Hey you guys, welcome. I feel a song coming on. Are we all blurry and stuff?
Probably my phone.
Okay, give it right there. That's better.
It's the filter.
That wasn't a filter, it was a smudge. Anyway, I feel a song coming on. This is sound. It's very inspirational. So do you ever feel like you want to unlock the inspirational, the creativity inside you? Do you ever have that feeling?
I'm usually pretty creative.
Because that's what we're going to talk about tonight. We're going to talk about another beautiful essential oil blend from Young Living, inspiration. And if you're interested in being more creative and more inspired, then hang about, because that's what we're going to talk about right now. So, you're Kim?
Yes.
I'm Jeremy. And it's a great question, isn't it? Can essential oils actually inspire creativity or inspire you? What do you think? I'll just put my guitar down.
So the thing is that essential oils, in themselves don't really create creativity, but what they do is they stimulate certain parts of your brain, your limbic system, your pituitary glands, all of that kind of thing when you breathe them in. And it's those glands and parts of the brain that help you to, feel a certain way. And when you feel a certain way, you do a certain thing, and that's what makes you be more creative. So it actually helps you to get in touch with your creativity or your higher power, whatever you want to believe.
Well, and it's such a good question. Where does creativity come from? Because it definitely comes from somewhere. And I believe everyone has the power to be creative and to be inspired. Some people have said to me, "Oh, I'm not very creative." I don't believe that. I just think people just haven't managed to stimulate that part of their brain or tap into that creativity. So let's talk about inspiration. It smells great, first of all. But
reminds me of cedarwood, because cedarwood's the main ingredient. But
what's it got in it?
Okay.
So cedarwood, straight away, when you think cedarwood, you think brain, don't you?
It's definitely high.
You think cat's weed.
But this blend, I can smell the cedarwood, but maybe others can't. But it has frankincense. So obviously cedarwood and frankincense are really great brain oils. Frankincense high in monoterpenes, cedarwood high in sesquiterpenes. They help go into the brain and help stimulate it. But obviously, I'll just tell you a little story before I tell you the rest of the oils that are in this. This oil was originally named prayer and meditation. What basically happened was they couldn't translate prayer and meditation into Japanese, so they had to come up with another name for this particular oil blend. So that's how it got its name, inspiration, because there is a word that translates to inspiration. But basically Gary used it to connect with higher powers during meditation. So to basically ask for guidance and connect to higher spirit, whatever that is for you. And so that's where the sort of inspiration comes from. So frankincense obviously has connection to the Christ child. Cedarwood's also an ancient oil of scripture. It's in the Bible. There was the cedar of Babylon, is it? Or cedar of Lebanon?
But the interesting thing about that was King Solomon, who is widely considered to be the most wise person in the ancient world. He actually constructed the original temple in Jerusalem, and that was lined all around with cedarwood boards. So what would it have smelled like? Yeah,
it would have smelled pretty amazing.
Yeah. And that was where he made all his wise decisions. They went to see him. Yeah.
And it's also got some other tree oils. So it's got Northern Lights black spruce and rural Hawaiian sandalwood. So once again, and the other one's vetiver. So all of those high in sesquiterpenes, right? Sesquiterpenes are your brain oils. If you want to do anything that has to do with the brain, whether it's focus, concentration, you want your kids to focus or concentrate, then get onto those sesquiterpene oils. It's got some florals in it, like bergamot and ylang-ylang and geranium. Ylang-ylang, once again, balancing that female and male energy. I think every week we talk about how ylang-ylangs in these blends. And it's also got coriander in it. Now, The other thing that I want to mention is that when Gary talked about the importance of oils like this, inspiration and some of the blends to connect to your higher power, there's no use using cheap oils, right? Yeah. And it comes down to quality. And that's because the frequency, not just of our single oils, but also of our blends. Gary was very, very obsessed with ensuring that the frequency of our oils was spot on, okay? It's like an antenna or a musical instrument. Like Jeremy was just playing guitar. If one of his strings on his guitar was out of whack, it sounds terrible, right? And that's the same with the essential oils and the blends. If one of the notes in that particular musical blend that goes towards creating a perfect essential oil blend is out because it's been sprayed with chemicals or it's not been grown in the right way or produced in the right way, then that whole blend is going to be out. And so if you want to connect to a higher power and you're using a cheap adulterated oil that, you know, is pretty cheap, what kind of power do you think you're going to connect with? Not a higher one, let me tell you, okay? So if you want to use this oil for inspiration and connecting to source or whatever, you need to use good quality oils. And that is one of the reasons why, you know, I'll harp on until the day I die, that young living, the frequency of these oils is absolutely spot on. Like Gary went to the nth degree to source the right oils, to blend the right oils and create them in a way that is a perfect musical note. It's harmony, okay?
Yeah.
So I just want to say that. Now, the thing about this oil is you can use it on your third eye. A lot of these oils that we talk about, you can use them on the chakra points. So your third eye, your crown chakra, you can even use it on the on your ears. We've talked a bit before on previous videos about the auricular points around the ear and how they relate to, you know, emotional issues with your mother or your father. You can use it on your chest. And there was another point that I was going to say about where you can use it. Anyway, you can diffuse it. It was also part of the, Gary had this protocol called the Seventh Heaven Protocol. Some of you have probably heard about it before. And the oils in that, diffusing sacred mountain, putting inspiration on your crown chakra, gathering on the temples, humility on the ears, dream catcher on your pillow, and white angelica to brush through your aura. And you do that every day. And it's like about connection to source as well. So that's why inspiration is in that particular blend. Oh, the other place is on the top of your brain stem. So you have this what we call locus coeruleus point. It's kind of if you put your finger on the back of your neck and feel there's a hole there, that dint, great for putting there, particularly if you're wanting, you know, to get the oils into your brain pretty fast. So, you know, use it during meditation, prayer, but just in times where you need, as Jeremy said at the beginning, more creativity. Like if you're writing something, or maybe you're writing a social media post or a book, writing music, playing music, any of those things, you can use it to become more open and connected.
I think we should smell it. You ready? Count on 3. Does that make you feel inspired?
Yeah, it does.
It does. It's beautiful. Alrighty. Well, hopefully that's helped. Give us some comments down below if you've used inspiration or what you might like to use it for.
Yeah.
We'll be back again
next week.
See you
Thanks,
guys.
guys.